Okay, this is a very good question, and I want to answer it in detail because it is going to respond to the initial or early start of your life when you come to America. And the question comes from Damulila Peter, and the question is about purchasing the vehicle as a new immigrant. And if I have to read the question correctly, it says, how easy is it to get a car for a new immigrant? Do you need to have a credit score or a cash? Can't I use my driver's license from my own country when I have to start your life in America? So there are two things in one. One is purchasing the vehicle, and the second question is about the getting the driver's license. How do you get it? But also, can you use your country's driving license once you are here in America? So, let me start with the first question. Let me go to the first question about getting the vehicle. Once you come here as immigrant, even if you're not immigrant, there are two ways you can purchase a car. You can purchase as a loan, which you call the auto loan, and you can purchase by cash, your own money. Whether it is a used car, whether it is a brand new car, is up to you. I remember my mother-in-law and the father-in-law 3-4 years ago. Like 4 years ago, we were still in California at that time, 2016. So they wanted to buy the brand new vehicle. It was brand new, very updated. It was over 30,000, something like that. So that was the price of the vehicle. They had the perfect credit score. So even they didn't have the high the interest rate. The interest it was very, very small. Less than even 1%. But they didn't want that way. They want to purchase the car by cash. So they wrote a check of over $35,000. Then they purchased the vehicle. They went away. So you can purchase by cash, whether it is a brand new car, if you have the money, or you can purchase by getting the used car. But when you come here, obviously, unless otherwise you have with a lot of money, you are going to start purchasing the used car. The used car you can purchase in different ways. Number one way, you can go to the dealership. In the dealership, which is selling new and used car, you can get the used car. Used car will depend on the price. It will depend on the mileage, the year of the vehicle, and the condition of the vehicle. Those will determine the price. And also you can buy from someone, but I don't advise you many times to buy from individual unless otherwise LGBT will know them, because you have to know the status of the vehicle, because someone will say this car is good. Or you have to go, before you purchase, you go to check from the to the auto shop. They are going to check you with the vehicle to say this vehicle is good condition. You can be able to purchase it instead of purchasing it, and then you have all those kind of problems to run the vehicle. So for that particular case, you're going to buy the used vehicle. So how much can you get the vehicle? It depends. There are vehicles of $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $50,000, $100,000 used vehicle. So there is no that because it's used, it's cheaper. As I said, it depends. It's used because if you buy a vehicle today, the 2021 brand new car, and you use it for one day, if you want to sell that vehicle, it's not a brand new car. It's a used car. But it will be having maybe 20 miles versus the vehicle has been used for over 100,000 miles. But the vehicle here, it looks cheaper compared to someone in Kenya, because when you purchase a vehicle in Kenya, you are purchasing from Japan or from China. It has to be shipped to Kenya. You have to pay someone the price. Maybe someone purchased the vehicle for $1,000, and then there is a cost of shipping to Kenya. There is you have to pay for the custom duty or the tax at the port to import tax. Then the person who is putting that one has to get a profit on that. That's why you can see the vehicle which you purchased maybe for $5,000 US dollar in Kenya, that vehicle can be 1,000 or 2,000 here in the US, because you are not shipping anywhere, you are purchasing to use it within the country. So most likely you'll go to purchase the vehicle by cash, because it's your first vehicle, you are brand new, you're an international student, you are green card lottery winner, you can purchase the brand new car. It's very difficult. You have to purchase the used car, and it will be less than 5,000, 3,000, 2,000. You can be able to start getting the money and then you go and use that way. It will be difficult for you to purchase through a credit, to get through a loan, auto loan, because in order to get a loan, you have, number one, you have to get the good credit. You have to build a credit. It takes time. But there are some places which they allow to get a auto loan with a bad credit or no credit, as long as you pay down payment. So if you are going to purchase maybe the vehicle of 20,000 US dollar, either you use the car or even sometimes new one, they tell you you have to pay 5,000 as a down payment to show that you are capable of continuing paying this type of payment on a monthly payment of maybe 200 per month, but pay at upfront maybe 2,000, 5,000, whatever, depending on what percentage you have to pay. But my advice, just get the used car, get $1,000, $2,000, the one which can be able to help you to move from one station, from your home to the work, from your home to the store, get some food. No one cares how nice car is, whatever. No, people, we don't care much about that here in America, because the vehicle you are driving in a very high speed, so no one cares about that one. And we know it is the loan, so we don't care much. But later the question is, how do you get the driving license? So I'm going to answer that one, and that will be able to answer whether you'll be allowed to use the driving license from your own country. So driving license here in the United States, each state has different regulations. There are some of the countries allow, some of the states allow you to use your country's driving license for a specific time, maybe for 6 months at least, or a year maximum. Even here in the United States, if you are having a driving license of California and you move to live maybe in New Jersey, yes, you can use the driving license of California, but not for a longer time. You have to change, because each state has different laws of driving. So if you are moving to live permanently in another state, you have to also change the driving license to that particular state. So if those states allow you to use the driving license from your country, yes, use it, but it's not forever. You are using for a shorter time. It's a temporary one. But again, even if they allow, remember the rules of driving are different. Yes, there is sign, like if it is red, yellow, green, all those kind of things. If there is zebra, you have to, all those are universal. But there are some, they differ. When maybe the street, what the speed you are using on the street from one state and another state is different. The speed you are using from the highway or the freeway from state like California, New York, whatever, is different. The speed limit is different. So there are certain regulations. There are certain regulations, like at what age of what age a child you can live in the car. If you go out, maybe you leave the car running or whatever, the child is in the car and you go to the store running. It's different. There are some, it is illegal to live with a child under the age of 10. There are some of the states like Missouri, they say, no, there is no problem. So you have to know. But again, it depends. If you are coming from East Africa or most of the African countries, the driver is in the right side, like driving in the right side. Why most in the US, the driver is in the left. So when you are driving, we keep left, here we keep right. So all those kind of the differences you need to change. So even if you have the driving of your country, don't come here and do unnecessary driving mistakes and you start getting the traffic tickets very early. My advice will be go and get the driving license. And to get the driving license, you go to study there is a book. I used to have one here. There is a book you need to you go to read, and then you take the writing test, the written test on the computer. You get 80% of the marks of the score, they give the learner's permit, which they call the driving permit. So they give you that one, which is the one allowing you to start learning or to start driving. But then, wherever you are ready, you are going to go to call the behind the wheel test. You go to have the test where someone from the Department of Motor Vehicle, DMV, will be sitting there and tell you turn left, go right, go and park, do the turn, whatever, all those kind of things. Then it's going to score. Then it's going to give you, you have passed, then you get the actual driving license. So those are the procedures of one, to get the vehicle, but also the driving license. How do you get it? But state by state, they have difference. How much it costs the driving license? The test itself, most of the places is free, but it's just like $25. Most of the states, very expensive one is $50. So it's not a lot. It's just affordable, normal price.